Abortion is under attack in the United States. It's been leaked that the United States Supreme Court is considering handing down a ruling that overturns Roe versus Wade, the landmark ruling that established abortion as a constitutional right for women and pregnant people in the United States. This is a concern not only for people in the United States, but around the world, because of course the US, what happens in politics in the US has a disproportionate weight around the rest of the world as well. So I want to express solidarity with people fighting for abortion rights and abortion access in the United States. And I think it's important that we do that as a gesture of solidarity from Australia. It's also important in Australia to not panic and to not think that because this change is coming in the United States, it'll automatically translate to change in Australia. Actually, in Australia, we've been on a different trajectory for decades, because we've been late getting abortion decriminalised in Australia. We've still got a lot of forward momentum for abortion rights and abortion law reform in Australia. It's only been quite recently that the last of the states and territories have decriminalised abortion, and there are very big majorities in favour of keeping abortion legal all across Australia. That said, there is a vocal minority and a slightly larger, not very vocal minority who are opposed to abortion access and abortion rights, and we can't underestimate the potential for them to mobilise and grow and sound louder and bigger than they really are, and to wield more influence than they really should have, considering their small weight in the population. So we should be on alert to any efforts to undermine abortion legality in Australia. But the other thing we need to do is actually keep pushing forward on a real reform agenda across Australia, because across Australia in states and territories, abortion isn't uniformly accessible to everyone who needs it through our public hospital system. We should be putting pressure on the Labor Party to actually live up to their policy, and we should be putting pressure on the Liberals as well. It doesn't matter what state or territory you're in, and whether it's at the state or the federal level, we should be organising and mobilising and demanding that abortion be free through our public hospital system, and that dedicated services be established in a way that's accessible, at least in the major regions, so that freestanding units that provide high quality care with dedicated teams who are specialised in providing abortion and contraception services can be like reproductive healthcare hubs. We need to have these so that abortion is not only legal but also practically accessible. If you're a working class person, if you're a sole parent responsible for the care of children or responsible for the care of other people and can't make the journey for many, many hours to get to an abortion service, which is currently the case that people need to do in Australia, if you're in a regional area, if you're from a marginalised community, abortion may just be out of reach even though it's legal. So we need to push forward and make it so that everyone who needs an abortion in Australia can get one. And of course we need to do all the other good reproductive healthcare things too, like making contraception, sex ed, consent education and support for people who are parenting, make all those available as well, because reproductive justice means more than just making abortion legal. It means having the whole gamut of services available, accessible to everyone who needs them. Hey, you can vote for Socialist Alliance to make this a reality. It's Socialist Alliance policy, and not only that, Socialist Alliance is committed to supporting the grassroots community campaign. That is where real change truly comes from.
Authorised by Alex Bainbridge for the Socialist Alliance, Brisbane.